Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned, my clutch replacement has been completed. That was my final chapter. I think it was chapter 5. Basically me breaking down step by step what was done and how to do it. But lastly we were at the point where the gearbox was just fitted and we needed to bolt up the nuts and things like that. So there's a little cover between the gearbox and the engine. So basically that cover wasn't in line. However, there is studs on the gearbox where you can feel where that should actually clip on, and that will line it up automatically. So instead of me using that plate to line it up on the motor, or at least on the flywheel side, and seeing which holes line up, that was the incorrect way. I should have put the plate more on the gearbox, because there's certain grooves on the gearbox where that should clip on, and that is the reason why the gearbox wasn't able to clip in. So I got that done. Like I said, centering the clutch was not an issue. The car needs it clean, as you can see. I took it for a test drive, and as per the great words of Manny Koshbun, great success. Great success. The only problem we are having, what I didn't do, is tighten up the prop shaft. So basically I took over the test run this morning, and one of the nuts fell out. Because I wasn't able to tighten the nuts around the prop. I was actually struggling with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put thinner nuts, because the rubber of the prop of the gearbox is not protruding enough out on this end for the nut to go on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a longer nut, make it extremely tight. That should pull the gap closer, and then I'm going to put tighten these 3. So there's 6 nuts on the prop shaft. 3 is already on, and 3 I need to still fit on. My bonnet clip as well broke off, came loose again, so that I'm gonna glue back on. But as for the car itself, yeah, I must still bleed the I still need to bleed the cylinder as well, so that I haven't done as well. But nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. And yeah, basically for the test of, just pump the clutch up a little. Oops. So yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, as you can see, the clutch is in. It is responding, as you can see. So that is, I drove it along the beach by me, hence the reason you'll see it's full of beach sand and things like that at the moment. So I drove it along the beach road just to see how she responds, and yeah, she's the heat gauge and everything is on this place. The idling is nice, there's no rumbling. Okay, so that's second. Okay, still at the grind on, just keep pumping it. I want to hurt the clutch again, but hey, there we go. So there she's driving in reverse. Whoops, that's it. I need to bleed the clutch otherwise. Hey, I need to bleed the cylinder. So basically what happened, why this cylinder on here is not bled, I bought a new one about a month or 2 ago. For those who've been watching the channel will know that I always had an issue with the clutch lathe cylinder, which I was a little bit lazy to change up until it completely gave in on me. So yeah, I took it back to the shop. Thanks to my uncle for Big Jack. He also gave me some big stairs just to help me. So big shukran to him, as it is his livelihood. So industrial stands he gave me to use, and I kept these tools with me when I took on a test run, just in case, and alhamdulillah everything worked out well. But to show you guys the clutch cylinder, so as you can see, I got 2 boxes, so I bought another one. The reason being is because the one I initially bought, the new one, I completely popped, and the hardware store parkers, they basically did not want to do a refund for me on this. So I'm very disappointed because I always go and buy my spares by them. So basically how this happened, I tried bleeding, or at least our first attempt with me bleeding the clutch. I let my son pump 3-4 times and poof, everything just imploded. As you can see, the rubber popped over here, which is actually just like a boot. So that means all the rubbers on the inside was already finished. I tried taking it back. They could either give me the rubbers and I could simply have changed all that around if they did not want to give me a refund. This is clearly a manufacturing fault. The answer to me was, I'm sorry, we can't help you, and that is it. Not even a handshake, nothing like that. And they're buying another one which is currently in the car, so I need to bleed that, hence is a bit of grind on the car. So yeah, that being the next step. Like I said, there's a lot of trial and error. This part I did purchase about a month, 2 months ago. So because of not being really in a 14-day period, they didn't want to do the actual refund. But as a manufacturing error, I've never used it on the car, it's never been used. I just simply wanted to bleed it, and it imploded. So it's clearly a manufacturing fault. And what is there no warranty on it? That's exactly what they told me. There's a 12-month warranty. They're telling me rather that you're gonna wait 2 months. It's a waste of time. That was literally the answer to me. So I'm extremely disappointed in the service, but nevertheless, we got the job done. Clutch is in. I drove her. I just need to tighten the prop shaft up, and that is it. That is it. There's the response from her. She's going. So great success, extremely happy. DIY, do it yourself, all done. She needs a nice wash. She's looking good nevertheless. So yeah, focus on the rest of her. So now I'm going to simply just jack the car back up, tighten the prop shaft up, and also just bleed the clutch cylinder on that end. I'll have my son just simply pump the clutch again, and it's a 8 nut that is on the cylinder to loosen the nipple. So yeah, that basically being it. One of the challenges why the prop was not tightened also, the rubber and the nuts is the same thickness. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to use a longer bolt, tighten it up. That should pinch it closer, and hopefully when I push the bolt through, there will be enough thread on the other end to put the nuts on. I lost one nut, and this is the other two. So you will see on the prop shaft only 3 will go in the axle. The other 3 is just, I think it's a support for the rubber, I'm not too sure, but there's actually 6 nuts around it, but there's only the axle only has fitting for 3. So one of the nuts I lost. So what I'm going to do is, I'm pretty sure I have a spare nut like this, but if I don't, I'm simply gonna take off one of the I don't know if it's a guide nut that is on it. I'll just take one of those nuts off and replace it up until I can find another nut. But I think that should hold the prop shaft. Like I said, I need to change the rubber. The rubber is messed up, so I need to change the rubber on there. But other than that, the prop shaft rubber, everything is good. The car drove. She had a bit of a shudder, obviously, because of the prop shaft being not completely tightened. So there's a small shudder in the car, but there's a response in the gears. The gears is taking. So for me, the main thing, look, the clutch swap is done, and now we simply need to move on to the next thing. Taking it step by step, but I feel very confident. It's been a learning curve for me. I've learned a lot. I've learned a hell of a lot, and definitely do it again. I got to see parts of my car which I never seen, fix parts which I haven't been able to. So that in my book is a success. So the next step, I don't know, I think is the prop shaft rubber. I might take a video of that too, just to show you how to drop the exhaust and prop shaft and then just change that rubber. And then also I want to go do the smash and grab tint. I want to put the 30% tint on the car. Yeah, and we will see what next from there. It is summer and things like that, so I really want to get the tint on. I also want to fix these mechanisms up. Only that side back is working. The side clips is broken and the front clip is broken, so I'm going to replace this clips next, and I need to check out what is going on with the driver's side window. I still haven't looked there. So yeah, baby steps. I'll keep you guys further posted as I go along. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, share, like and subscribe, and thank you for your support.